to make a hanging planter, you will need tape, scissors, and string. Start with 8 strings of the same length. Tie a loop at the top of the planter so it can hang. Tape your string to the wall and cut the strings even. Begin by separating your strings into 4 groups of 2. Then knot the 4 groups at the same height. Join the strings into 2 groups and knot the bottom strings together at the same height. Continue this process until all of your strings connect into a net-like formation. Take the new string and loop like shown. Pull tight and trim your loose ends. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to share your work by tagging me at Andrew Fisher Design.
Hey guys, so I really wanted to spice up my wall with one of these, but they were kind of expensive, so I just made my own with some styrofoam. I cut out my shapes, and I filed them down with a nail filer. I painted them gold, got this gold chain, and then tied all of the chains together. There it is.
Sweet, sexy lover, don't know why 有你在平淡都是浪漫，感觉整个世界充满爱，你毫无所不在。Sweet, sexy lover, wonder why 有你在生活多些色彩，幸福原来这么简单。
You get a jar, you put a title on your jar. My jar is titled Happy Happenings, and whenever something really good happens in your life, you write it down on a little note, you put it inside the jar, and then at the end of the year, you open the jar up and you read about all the happy things that happened in your life, and you'd be surprised how much good there is. But what's really cool about it is you start looking for the good things in your life. Your friend says something funny, you're like, I ought to write that down and put it in my Happy Happenings jar. Or you do something exciting, you meet someone new, you start putting it in the jar, you start noticing how good life is. And then, you can do it at the end of the month, you can do it at the end of the year. You just take a peek in there and you realize, oh, life is pretty dark.
Thank you guys so much for all the love in this video. So a few of you guys asked for an in-depth tutorial, so here you go. So pause here for the serial number. You can actually order these online on the Dollar Tree website. So here I just taped 4 of the mirrors together using some packing tape. Then use E6000 glue to then attach the mirrors onto a foam poster board that I also got from the Dollar Tree. So then I applied some pressure, waited 24 hours to let the glue dry, then put Velcro command strips to the back of the poster board and hang it up on your wall.
Time to be alive, living in a picture, blinking on my hotline.
This is part 2. I already cut the grass and there's a grid on the back which makes it easier to measure out and cut it. I'm just using a staple gun and stapling it right onto the wood. I saw some comments that said they found the same grass at the dollar store, which is amazing. I saw that Target has it for a little bit cheaper than what I paid. I'm just sharing what I did and what I used on mine. If you guys even wanted to, you could put flowers on yours, paint it a different color, use cardboard. It's really all up to you and what fits within your budget. After I stapled on all of the grass, I ended up feeling that it just wasn't as defined as it could have been, and I wanted to make sure you could see the LV. So I trimmed around the edges and just made it a little bit more defined, and that is the finished look. All my links will be in my bio. Thanks!
Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going.
Today I'm teaching you how to make a DIY foam mirror. You'll need a mirror, polyurethane foam spray, and paint. Start by cleaning the mirror and then attaching the nozzle onto the spray. When applying the foam to the mirror, I recommend going in a zigzag pattern like this so there's more texture. And remember, this stuff doubles in size, so you do not need a lot to start. I'm using acrylic paint and I'm not an artist, so I have no clue if there's a better option, but this worked for me. If you're a messy painter like me, you can slide paper underneath the foam to avoid dripping paint onto the mirror. Do not use a foam brush because I thought this would be a good idea, but I learned halfway through that a regular paintbrush works much better. And since I had to move back for quarantine, I'm completely redoing my room, so let me know if you want a full room tour or more DIY projects like this.
So today was the first proper day that I got to paint, and as you can see, this is the colour that I went for, Goose Down, gorgeous colour. I started the day off at about 10 o'clock in the morning and I didn't finish until 5. It's like a full-time job. So I started off with just one side, the window side, and yeah, this is it with one coat. It took a long time to paint, but when it had dried, oh my god, I felt such satisfaction. Like, it's just, my room is different now. It's completely opened up and I love it.
Okay, so if you have a big wall and you don't know what kind of art to put on it, here's my advice. Take a canvas and have your favorite quote printed on it. This is what it'll look like. I will never apologize for being me, but I will apologize for the times that I am not. How cute is that? And it's so simple and you can make it however you want. Totally customizable.